Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another TV show reaction and commentary. And today we're going to be hopping into season 2 of Barry. I'm excited because if you guys haven't watched my commentary over season 1, I had a great time with this. Just everything that I kind of felt from the first episode, its pilot, was just so fulfilled. It was so fulfilled throughout the entire season of season 1. And the story and the characters and what they have, just the bag that they have right now, everything that they have in the mixture here is just so good. It's great because it's not only is it just a great way to showcase some entertaining action, which it has, but it's such a phenomenal execution of dark comedy, and obviously our characters just being so well versed into that. It's and the thing is, like, though, like, the comedy and the action are not even the primary attributes of the show. It's the human side of it. It's the drama, the human connection, the dialogue with these characters, whether if it's to themselves or to other characters, that is really engaging. And the action and the comedy, or I should say the dark humor, is what kind of gives turbulence to the drama, that doesn't make it feel boring, because yeah, it can get boring no matter how dope your characters are. If they're just talking, then you can only do so much for that. So I love the components that they have for this series, and season 1 was a brilliant execution of that, in my opinion. I loved where they decided to take it and what they've set up for season 2, because I believe the last episode, which I think was low-key my favorite, or at least one of my favorites, that ending where he killed, assumed, but he definitely murked the homie's girl, who was the detective. And I loved her character. Man, it was so well handled. It was so well handled. It didn't feel climactic in a corny way. It felt natural for what the show was building up for. And thus it led to a very entertaining, very satisfying ending that I feel as though is just going to continue into season 2. So I'm excited to see where they decide to take this, because what they left it off at was he can't be happy. Like, he has to, at least in my opinion, he has to live with the fact of what he's done and what he's doing. There's no escaping that. There's no like, oh, I can go and leave this life that I've had without any consequences. And I'm sure that's like, duh, of course. But how they've done that and how they show the conflict and the struggle of that is something that has always been really interesting to just watch, especially on our character Barry. So I'm excited to see where season 2 leaves us and how it begins to metamorphosize Barry, whether or not he goes further away from society or he kind of just embraces the impossible nature of having this perfect dreamlike life that he's always been trying to go towards, despite his past. So I'm excited to see his pursuit in season 2, and I hope that you guys are too. I feel like we're gonna have a lot to say, and like always, guys, if you want to be able to have 2 episodes per week rather than 1, and bonus extra content of me commentating over the filmmaking and other things, and just I guess like the full length as well too, you can check out the Patreon link below. You can get early access and all that good stuff, but you don't have to do that. You can also just support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the the YouTube algorithm in terms of pushing this out to newer people, because a lot of people are learning from this and are gaining value, not just within an entertainment sense, but in a sense of filmmaking and better appreciation within the story that's here. So I'm happy that is seems to be very prominent within this community, and I'm happy for those who are vocal about that. It really does make my days reading and hearing you guys say that. It really does. But at the end of the day, you don't have to do any of the things I literally just said. Chill out. You don't have to do any of those things. You can be chill. You don't have to do any of those things. You don't have to leave a comment either. All right, you don't even have to do that, because I know some of y'all, you know, just like me, you show support silently. You're not always in the comment section, and I just want to let y'all know I appreciate that, because I get it. You know, I'm happy that you guys are taking the time out of your day that I'm sure is already busy and filled with a bunch of life to just either relax and have a good time with this, or to also educate yourself, or maybe you're doing a little bit of both. And I'm happy that you guys have chosen this video to kind of satisfy those things. So it really does warm my heart. I appreciate y'all. So again, you guys don't have to do any of the other things. I'm just happy that you're here, and I'm going to stop talking, because we're going to hop right into episode 1 of season 2 of Barry's Mean. And that is the end to Barry season 2 episode 1. All right, everybody, we just got done episode 1 season 2 of Barry, and yeah, it's not looking too good for Barry right now. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we said this at the introduction, and it's exactly how I felt was the natural turnout, or the natural progression after what Barry did. And he is seeming to want to just try and force things into place, and not really understanding that he is not able to do that, you know. And I think it also comes from a place of him just being so tired of everyone using him from season 1, and just that sense of, you know what, I'm just gonna do whatever I want, you know, and that sense of freedom, that self-exploration. But it's the disregard that he has for other people around him that are the consequences of his actions that really paint him as a terrible person right now. As a very terrible person. But, you know, the show is doing a great job at not just outright showing how much he doesn't care. It's still like he does care, it's just complicated. He's not used to this. So it's like really interesting seeing his conversations with people. But also NoHo Hank, man, that scene was great. NoHo Hank is probably someone that I feel is going to sneak up on me this season as probably my favorite character. There is just something about him, and obviously it's so brilliantly performed, but I can feel the level of quality that he has at a deeper level. And I'm happy that we had that little moment towards the end where he's like, dude, like, you disrespected me. Like, you're acting as though like I'm an idiot. No. Here's what's happening. And, you know, obviously it's delivered in a NoHo Hank fashion, but man, it's so brilliant what these characters are able to dive into, and just how they introduce themselves and the deeper parts of themselves so organically to the audience. And obviously that's, you know, thanks to brilliant direction and quality acting performances as well. But yeah, I'm excited to jump into the next episode. So everybody that is on the Patreon, I will see y'all in a couple of seconds into episode 2. But for everybody else, I'll see y'all next week. I'm hyped to continue this. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, because we just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.